Buicks, nice Porsches. There's power in them horses. Jordan 1s over forces. One more green and golf courses. Head of steam to the.
So we back with another one. This is episode 3 for the Much About Nothing podcast, featuring myself, Young Tez, and
Micah.
Sante.
Y'all, and we back. So, for today, man, I know it's kind of in the past, but I mean, it's still a thing. I want to talk about that Travis Hunter situation with his fiance. So, as we all know, it was said that she allegedly was cheating.
Wait.
And what?
It said that she was cheating?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing, I just saw people pulling up her past saying that, like, she was in, like, music videos, and basically, like, you know, she was kind of familiar with that entertainment scene, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this might not be her first star type stuff, you know what I mean?
But weren't they, like, high school sweethearts or something like that?
From what I know, yeah.
Well, when they
I
like a video
thought
where
so.
they show her, like, in a music video beforehand?
It might have been, but it was one where she was how she looks now, and it wasn't like a
What
long.
you mean by how she looks now?
Like what I mean, like
Post enhancements?
she looks older.
Okay.
Like she doesn't look like it wasn't from like a younger. You know what I'm saying? Like it was how people dress today.
I thought you were saying she don't got all her factory settings. Like she got all her original parts.
No. She like. It was like things were showing like the same tattoos that like from a picture that she had or whatnot, and it was like her.
I'm internet detectives, man.
Yeah, I know. That she was like dancing on some dude or whatever, like twerking on some dude, and she had like a super short skirt on, like a schoolgirl outfit. I don't know if it was like a Halloween party or what. Then he was like, it was a picture. You know those pictures where dudes like be standing up and then that girl be like facing the guy and you like be holding their butt. Yeah. It was one of them. She took one of those pictures with the dude, which wasn't Travis Hunter.
I mean, that's a lot. But real quick, can we get into the schoolgirl outfit thing? Like, at what age did that start being creepy?
It should have been creepy when you understood. When you got old enough to know.
It's just like, who's still into the dress like a Catholic
schoolgirl
type outfit? Like,
I don't, because that's kind of crazy if you think about it.
Well,
like,
listen,
if a grown dude be like, man, that schoolgirl.
I mean,
not again. I feel like I be just going to the worst stuff ever, but I'm just being honest, right? Hear me out, right?
Okay.
This is nothing against any religion.
Okay.
Curious where you're taking this now.
Yeah,
but the Catholic people, they don't got the best history when it comes to young stuff.
They're like, you're right. They don't have the best track record.
So like realistically,
I know what you mean.
It seems like it's right up the alley. You know?
But the crazy thing is, they don't have the best track record. But it's mainly with boys, though. You never hear anything about, like, Catholic girls.
That's why they could dress like that.
You don't hear about
That's why they could dress like that, because they know they safe.
So you saying Catholic girls dressing like that because they looking for the attention?
They safe.
They be like, I'm here too. Molest me.
Okay. Cancel. Shut down.
No,
take everything off the wall.
I mean, but think about it. Honestly, if you play the odds, all priests can't like boy butts. Some of them gotta like girls. So I get where you going.
Okay, but listen, I only opened the door.
I get where you're taking us. No, you're right. When you put it that way, I get what you mean.
It do make sense. Like,
again, nothing against, before we finish this, nothing against religion.
No, nothing.
Or anything like that.
All we're doing is stating what allegedly
is out there.
said.
It's out there.
It's,
like, it's nothing that's like not known.
This is the world we was given, not the world we created.
So exactly. So with that being said, it's like what was said about the boys, the chapel boys or whatever they call.
I don't know what they was called, but
them and what? Never mind. Yes, the victims. But with that, and it does make sense because it's like a bad rep. They already get like that rep of being sexually provocative almost.
Yeah.
And
that's past provocative.
Okay, I get it.
Provocative mean like you towing the line. They
I'm skipping a jump over that.
But I'm talking about the.
You ever seen Long Jump?
Though. I got you.
Did you say lock jump?
Long Jump. They been over there. They took a leap of faith, boy. You gotta move. They finna FBI open up.
I thought you said lock jump.
Oh no, I can't.
But I get it though. So but back to the point of it being creepy.
My fault.
Like, you kind of do like you don't look at it like that, but then when you get older, you kind of be like, dang, like, who decided to make a young Catholic school girl be like a sexy thing?
Well, yeah, like, let's
That's
stop. The
wild.
people itself are a problem, but who made that into like a? First of all, like, if you got your own like stuff you like in the bedroom, whatever, cool, whatever. But like as a public display of Halloween parties and stuff, like,
Right,
who was
made
like,
that,
let's
like-
just put the smallish skirt and the small, like, it's a skirt and top, right? Like, we're not.
Yeah.
Like the thing is,
But it'd be like who? That's not.
for every Halloween
You were at
costume,
school, you going to
they
hell.
make a sexy version. Like we all know that. Like they make a sexy construction worker,
Sexy police
cool.
officers,
sexy teacher, everything.
even I ain't even gonna
But
lie,
the thing-
Cookie Monster.
But the
They,
thing,
bruh.
the thing that makes it weird is who was the first person just like, man, we need to make a sexy kid.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
what
what
was
I'm
the goal
saying.
with
Like,
that? Like
that's
it's like let's
crazy.
make a sexy child.
Yeah,
Right, guys?
like
Yeah,
Right, guys?
like that's
And,
it.
like,
That's it. That'll
And then
do
you
it.
have to run through like a boardroom and like you had to get like approval for that. Like
So,
people made that okay.
perfect example. Like we went because we were supposed to have a Halloween party, and we went to look at costumes.
Mm-hmm.
They had like like Minions and like all that stuff,
Yeah.
right? What do they pants, long pants? Nope, not no more. It's like it go right here. It's a nice little dress. I said, I don't. That's not what the Minions wear. Like I just was like, I don't think that's.
These minions trying to catch that banana.
Yeah, I mean it's true though. Like it's wild. Like if you really sit down and think about it.
And then people really pay for this, like a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets what they looking for.
And so back to that situation, if it was a Halloween party, supposedly that's what she wore. And she was with some other dude dancing, and then a picture of her.
Did they
her
get like a
butt
date
grab.
on it though?
Apparently, they're here. They knew each other since teenagers, but they started dating in 2022.
Because originally she came out and was just like, oh, he wasn't really my type and stuff.
Yeah, I remember
like
that too.
So she made it play like she friend zoned him originally, and somehow he made his way out of there. He wore her down, and she just realized what a great guy, and not his
Do you think
top
that's
10
what really
prospects
happened?
in the NFL.
Or do you think
Something
she saw
went
a
wrong.
check?
I mean, we all know she saw a check. Like,
I'm
what's her
reading
name?
like
Like,
I'm trying to find the date.
like Shorty and Get Out. Remember the end of Get Out when they had him in the basement? She was upstairs Googling NBA draft picks.
Oh yeah, I remember that when she was eating that cereal or something like that. Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Like y'all basically the same person.
That's wild though. Like
I mean,
how do you what do you think about him though? Like I know he deactivated his social media for
that's
like a
crazy
while
too.
because and it was crazy how like celebrities was like
Gee.
trying to hype him, like give him like not hype him up, but give him like
Support.
yeah, give him support.
Well,
Like
this is the to me the craziest part about it and about that situation in general is it became a topic on Sports Center. You know what I mean? Like you could turn
Yeah.
to ESPN and see them talking about if this dude girlfriend really like him or not. Like it was a trending topic on like Twitter where like it was whole videos talking about if Travis Hunter's girlfriend really likes him or not, or if she just sticking around for the money.
Found it.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I would have left. I don't care.
and it's just wild. Like it made it such a big like story where I don't remember when something like that would be a big story on a college athlete.
Well, you know why it happened?
Never those details.
You know why it happened? The whole when he was getting the award and stuff, So it would have never happened, I believe personally, if all these other videos weren't going. So she got criticized because it looked like, now again, I don't know what happened. Nobody does. Deion Sanders had to like tap her on the shoulder and tell her to stand up and clap for him when he won because she was just sitting there.
Before that though. Before that, because I do remember when it started to gain traction on the internet, it was a couple instances like, they just won the game, and after the game, people caught her basically kind of like giving him attitude.
Oh, yeah, like, that
why
too.
Why are you doing this? Or why are you doing that? Or like in situations where he's being celebrated, she just kind of standing off, like not really being interested, like she didn't really care. Or nothing,
I heard about that.
And people started questioning, like, yo, do you want to be here? Like, you really don't look happy or like you care at all. So people started questioning, like, why are you here? Do you really like this dude? And I think that's where it started to gain like its traction.
Oh yeah, but I think that was the icing on the cake. Like you win a Heisman. That's nothing little.
Before that.
Well, apparently when he was taking pictures with fans, she was like had an attitude.
Oh, I heard that too.
Yeah,
like,
so I'm like,
why are you talking to her? Or like, why are you? I don't know, like,
bro, because I'm finna be famous. That's why I get on my face.
Like
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to.
Fans want to take pictures. They want autographs.
You and your quarterback are pretty much the most talked about duo right now in football, and you want to. That's it, pretty much.
I would have been like, I ain't gonna lie. I would have been like, you tripping about me taking pictures? Anthony Edwards in here, 2 babies on his girl. She ain't said a word. You need to be grateful. I'm like, I'm a good dude. I look amazing. I am husband material based off this. I love 2 whole babies on somebody, and she ain't complained once.
That's wild.
I ain't never heard her complain about it.
That's wild.
But it's just, I feel like this doesn't justify anything. But I feel like you look at Ant, the way he because how he doesn't want to be face of league because he knows how he is. Like he's very self-aware about how he is, but he don't care. He don't care. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like that just seems like if you get into a relationship with Anthony Edwards, I feel like you know what you're getting. Like he cool. He seems like a great guy, but it just seemed like he don't care.
Like a great guy.
Like he's who he is. Like he's a kid. No. He's having fun with life. He's doing what he want to do.
He's very much himself.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like getting in you gotta know that. Like there's no way she didn't know that going into this.
I mean, getting in a relationship with any professional athlete, there's an assumed risk.
Yeah.
You don't get.
Yeah, but ain't none coming like him. He came out the gates. He talked trash to Obama. Come on.
Yeah,
he's a different breed.
He's
even in
but I respect it. I respect it.
He said so many like text threads come out where chicks be like, "I'm pregnant." He'd be like,
"Yep,
sorry to hear that." no, he literally has like texts of girls being like, "Yo, like, I'm pregnant," and him being like, "Yo, I'm not gonna be in that baby." It's like you might as well just go ahead and flush it right now.
That's wild.
He does not care, like no remorse. Anthony is a wild boy. Like he does not care.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so she had to know like he's like that. Like you're not that wild with people not knowing.
Yes, you have to. He can't hide that.
You see his high school highlights. He been the same.
Yeah.
He been the exact same.
You know, like what's why? Do you know his girl? I don't know, maybe fiance and baby mama is.
Nope.
Chief Keef's baby mama.
Oh, that makes sense. Never mind. Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense now.
I know, like, I just know because I've seen it for, but yeah, she has a kid with Chief Keef, but like, way back. I don't know. I'm a guess. Maybe Chief Keef's like oldest kid.
His daughter.
Nah, he has a son.
I mean, looking up everything.
He probably like 8 or 9 or something. But like, but yeah, it's kind of crazy because like they live with Anthony Edwards and everything. But like, that's what I mean by just like, so this isn't her first go around with an entertainer or something like that. So I'm pretty sure she had somewhat. She kind of know what it is.
Yeah.
And she.
You talking about Shannon Jackson?
I think that's her name. I don't
They
know.
said Anthony Edwards has been dating girlfriend Shannon Jackson since 2020.
Okay, so yeah, 2020, like back when he was in college.
She announced in December 2023 she was pregnant with their first child.
She just had a baby too. Which is wild. Like, that's where Ant is real crazy, dog.
It is confirmed to have 3 children with 3 different
But people, this is the crazy thing.
I respect him though.
He got 3 children with 3 different women. The girl that's his girl and his like fiance, she was the first kid of his. So you didn't have like two other kids.
I know what you mean.
And had one like no. You had a baby with your main girl, and then went and had two other babies. You know how crazy that is?
Very.
You know how wild that is?
Very.
And she ain't said a word.
But then you said who her other baby daddy was, so she already knows what it is.
That's a difference though. Like, I mean, given I don't know how.
Where is she from? Chicago?
Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
The girl?
Yeah.
That don't help.
I don't know,
That
right?
don't help. That don't
not
help.
much of a. I just think she knows.
She does.
Because when you deal with certain people, you know what you getting.
I mean, and a little more, a little more backstory, another layer to the story. She was a stripper.
All right.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
All right.
I knew that was gonna change your spectrum.
Well, okay, but I don't think that's worse than Zion.
It's the same.
I don't think that's worse than Zion though.
Huh?
Zion's situation.
No. Zion's tripping.
That was wild.
I don't even know what is a Zion situation.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
She was a adult star. Yeah.
What was her name?
Zion
Williamson.
You don't know
I'm
about
dead
that?
serious.
Insane. Like, gee. It was the worst case scenario for Zion. Like, he was...
Did he not know?
He was out here acting like a lottery pick. He got to the league. He started going crazy. He got some money. He started basically smashing everything in sight. Was it Mariah Mills?
I'm looking it up.
He slept with this porn star. And...
Fell in love or what?
No.
Mariah Mills.
He hit the chick Mariah, and Shorty went crazy. Like, I don't know what it was. They broke up or they just stopped messing with each other. But I feel like she saw the opportunity, and she went crazy on the internet, talking about like, Zion, how could you do this to me? I supported you when you was fat and out of shape and getting in the league. I'm going to help you get back in all of this stuff. She went on like a 2-week run on Twitter, basically kind of like putting it out there about their like relationship and stuff like that and all of that. She was going crazy. It went to the point where people didn't even care anymore. The initial reaction is like, oh snap, Zion was out here sleeping with this porn star and all of that stuff. And then by the end, everybody was just like, all right, Shorty, you're doing too much. Yeah. Like, they didn't care at all.
That's wild.
But, it did hurt his hurt his image, especially like coming in for a while.
Yeah, I bet it did.
So much. But I don't know how you didn't hear that. Like, she was for real going for like 2 weeks straight.
I had no clue.
Just airing everything. And she was saying, of course.
Oh, she was wild.
She was saying wild stuff. Like, one thing I don't appreciate is just like anytime a chick is mad at a dude, what's the one thing they try to say to kind of hurt you or get back at you? Did they try to put out to the public?
Something about like, oh, you got a little one or something like he ain't even.
That's a good one. Anything else?
Or he's short, like 2 minute. What is it called?
It's always something about a finger in the booty.
Excuse me?
That's the go-to. That is. Hold on. Amber Rose didn't say it about Kanye. Am I lying?
I don't know.
I think yeah, she did.
She definitely did.
It just caught me off guard.
It's the go-to line for when like a girl is trying to like out a celebrity that they slept with. Yeah. They're trying to make them look bad. All of them say that they like a finger in their booty. I don't know why. Yeah. It's a weird go-to, but it's the one they go to just to try to embarrass you.
Yeah, if a girl ever said that about me, I might go to jail.
I mean, well, you're going to be going in with a real bad reputation. That's not the same.
We got one.
We got one coming.
Listen, fine, she can go to jail. No, I'll die. Because I'm going to be her, then I'm going to just, okay, yeah, I'm not. Listen, that might be, and that's not really that big of a deal to people I get, but that might be it for me. That might, okay. Listen, that is not, don't say that about me. You can say a lot. You can call
me?
No, people in general.
Yeah.
You can say a lot about Micah. I really don't care, but that's my line.
That's your line.
That's probably why they use it. Because for some people, it's just like, hey man.
They going to jail for murder.
I mean, first, because anything to make you look gay or try to like, I need to say this word right, emasculate you. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I did not want to say that.
Yeah, no.
But like anything to try to emasculate, that's like those are the first two go-tos for like just like you said. They're gonna say that you got a little dick, or you know that you like something.
That one's not really like a dick. They can still hit though. Like that's every dude's comeback to that. That is every dude's comeback. Oh, you do? I still hit though.
It's a justifiable right. It's a justifiable response, but they still gonna hit you with it just to try to for the public.
Oh yeah, and I think we don't care about that one, but that I ain't.
It still hits people. I ain't gonna lie. Like when they throw it out there in the public, like they dudes still be first like nuh-uh. That ain't what you had said. It still stinks. It stinks.
Yeah, man. It's wild how people just are in general. Like how people just try to like make other people look bad. Like they try to like really dig deep and like just.
They say hurt people.
Yeah,
if you hurt somebody, they gonna do or say whatever it takes to just try to get that emotion out you.
You gotta be bold.
They want you to feel what they feel.
To put it out there though, you gotta be bold because it's like if you bogus or like got some issues, don't like we could do this all day. Like I feel like
that just happened with somebody recently, but I can't think of who it is.
Like if you come at somebody, you better make sure like they ain't got nothing like to end you with, cause it's like you gotta make sure people be ready.
Gee, I mean,
I'll be ready.
You know who is kind of Teflon with that type of stuff though? Not Teflon meaning like it don't land, but the person who probably owns up to it the best, walks through that stuff or takes it on the chin better than anybody is Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is rapper. I really like all drugs, all murder gang stuff, straight vice lord. Like he has had, like, I don't know, maybe it was last year, but last year he had a hell of a year just as far as women stuff going on. And, like, because it came out, like, he was messing with a chick. I think she was ended up pregnant. And then it was kind of saying that, like, she was, like, a porn star, too. Or she maybe did some porn or something porn-ish. But, like, after they broke up.
What's porn-ish?
Just, she may not have had flat-out sex on the internet, but I think they were saying that she did. But either that, you could Google her titties. That's porn-ish, right? You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean, though.
Oh my god!
Like porn adjacent, like you know what I mean?
We done started a new category.
If I can find your booty hole on Google, that's porn-ish.
I'm tired of this. Why the booty hole again? Why are we going to the butt again?
Is that not fair? I don't get it.
Yes, it is.
It's not like a safe assumption. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Oh,
but,
man.
Oh, Lord. All right.
But, she came out and she was talking crazy. She went through all of the, hit him with all the normal shots we just talked about. And, like, it was embarrassing. Like, they was going in everybody. Because Freddie Gibbs got a lot of enemies. And, like, that's what made it worse. He got a lot of enemies.
I'm not sure why, but...
Yeah. And then for that to come out on top of it and just have that. So the whole internet is rolling and cracking jokes on him and stuff like that. Yeah. You think he'd be on some super defensive, like, no, that ain't true. I ain't da-da-da. He was just quiet. Or he would go with the joke or whatever. He was more so like the Anthony Edwards of this, where he would just be like, hey, man, it is what it is. And he just kept rapping and kept making music, and I was just like, that's probably the best way to handle it. You know what I mean?
I think so, too.
Because when you do fight and you push back on it, it's one of those things where, like, you just making the situation worse.
And you you make it linger longer.
Yeah.
If you keep fighting at it, you just go with it. Like, all right, you got it.
You either say nothing, or you just, like you say, you go with it. Either way, the more you push back and fight it, the worse it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like we got way off. Do we want to get back to trying
Oh, I mean, we pretty much said what we said.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like...
Would you stay?
No, not if I seen what I seen.
Would you stay?
Would I stay with her?
Like, it depends on, too, when it was. Like, if we were together at the time when that occurred...
You just basing this off the video?
Yeah, like, if that video was that... Like, if I seen that video, then if we were together, then, no, I'm straight.
But, like, even though, like, what...
Like if it was in the past...
If they was talking, I'm still like, yeah, I'm good.
For me, I think I'm looking at like the totality of it.
Well,
of
I would
like
definitely leave Dan.
everything.
She doesn't seem supportive. She doesn't seem like she wants to be around him.
To me, it's more so like, all right, so you know, put yourself in his shoes of being a celebrity and being on that big stage and having your relationship more so under a microscope by the whole world. Like I say, all of the sports world is talking about you. Like you got professional and retired professional athletes talking about you and your girl. You ain't even made it to the league yet. Like he's still a college kid. Yeah. But like everybody is looking at your relationship, putting it under a microscope and giving their input. And for the most part, the world is saying, bruh, she doesn't really like you. She doesn't really like you. She's after your money and stuff like that. To me, like the question is that enough to make you leave? Or, you know, are you going more so like on your, I really like her, I still love her. Like, are you going to let that, is that enough to influence you to leave? Or are you going with however you really feel? Because he ain't left yet, so he still feels.
They supposed to get married in April.
That's what I'm saying. So he obviously likes her.
But my take is, like, I'm not sure, I don't know, but it's like one of those kids that didn't really get attractive girls or something like that. Like they was just like the ugly kid.
Tell. Like I'm not trying to.
Travis is ugly. Like,
right.
Let's put that out.
Well, I'm saying he was like one of the ugly kids or whatever, and girls probably talked about him, whatever. Baby, the way he dressed.
Like 50 Tyson.
Oh no!
Shout out my boy 50 Tyson. He probably gonna watch this. Shout out 50 Tyson. I hope you watch it, bro. We need to get you on the podcast too.
Tyson.
I'll hit you up or something. We can make this work.
What is that conversation gonna be like?
We'll figure it out.
I'm finna ask who he is.
We gonna figure it out.
50 Tyson.
We're gonna figure it out. Yeah, like so he probably liked her. Like I'm saying, he was probably shooting a shot. She was shooting him down.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. He said.
Yeah,
he said he shot his shot and then finally.
That's pretty much. I mean, in his eyes, he probably got his dream girl. Like, he probably like, dang, this is the one that I wanted. I finally got her. But in my eyes, I would have just been like, well, I seen it. You was shooting me down on this whole time. Now I'm somebody and popping. Now you want to come? Like, I see those things. Like, I'm aware of things like
he was popular in 2022, right? That's when they started dating.
He necessarily...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay,
I don't know if he necessarily think like that or... You know what I'm saying?
From what you saying to me, it sounds like he need guidance. It's no
he
way.
Does.
I know he's talking to professional players and all of that stuff, and they giving him advice. There's no way nobody's told him like, dog, you're about to be like a top 10 draft pick.
But I think
you will have your pick of the litter. Like regardless of what you look like, you can get. You know, you're like all of those IG baddies and stuff is just like You're going to be in that pool to where that's going to be easily accessible for you. You don't have to latch on to the first bad chick that actually was willing to deal with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't go with that just off that aspect. Like if that is true, then it's just like he need better advisors and more role models to basically kind of show him the ropes and tell him what life is about to be for him.
But you know how some people hear this stuff and they just like don't listen. That's how I feel like he may hear all this stuff from people, but in his mind he probably like, man, I got who I want. Like this my girl. But in our minds, I feel like, you know, like if somebody telling me, dog, you need to do this, like I know what I need to do. I don't need to hear what you throwing on me. Like these are all these other people's opinions. And then, like you said, they probably saying, hey, you going to have so many females. And he probably like, I don't want to do that, though. I don't want all the females.
But
like,
why did you want this one, though?
Because he was somebody he knew.
Yeah, familiarity apparently is a big thing in relationships. Like, if you're comfortable...
but
like, if you, like somebody that you're comfortable with, you might just settle with them because, yeah, they look good, too, but you're used to them. To where it's like, oh, somebody new, I got to do all this. We got to learn each other. I'm not with it.
I mean, once again, I'm thinking from like that standpoint of high level celebrity athlete.
So what do you think?
You don't
like what do you think like as far as in your shoes, like not his mind, like whatever, like if you were in that position, what would you do or how would you move?
If I was him, well, the only thing that makes it hard to say is I don't know what their one-on-one is like. But if I'm just going off the optics, what I see from the outside looking in, like I say, it doesn't look like Shorty is that into you. Yeah, right. It doesn't look like she like you like. It don't look like she like you like that. It does look like she's there for the opportunity, which it would be stupid to stay with one of those because there's going to be so many more other people who's willing to be there for the opportunity in your life. Like, if you know what I'm saying, if you just caught up on having a baddie, you're going to have so many baddies, like, by this time next year. As soon as you get that draft, number 1 or number 2, things are going to be way different for you, if they're not already. So I can't just go with the, like, oh, well, you know, this is like a bad girl, and, like, I already know her. I don't have to get to know anybody else. At that level, it's like, you don't have to get to know them.
Right.
Like, the girls are willing to go home with you just based off of who you are by name. So, if you really looking for love, that's one thing. But if you just looking for a bad chick,
I think he's looking for love.
I think he's looking for love. That's
then
the
he's
issue.
looking for it in all the wrong places.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. So why are you still with this shit? Like, she doesn't like you like that.
Yeah.
So what is the upside of being with her?
I have no clue. That's something he got to figure out in his head.
Yeah, like, there is no upside to staying.
Like, that's why I said, and if it was me, I would not
I would
stay.
left.
Just because it's just not what it is. Like, I can read those signs, so I would know. Like, first of all, you ain't interested. You mad over these fans, and you acting all mad while an important day. Like, this is important. You're not standing up. You're not clapping. You're not supporting me. And you guys' attitude and
Just look
like,
uninterested.
it's a lot that, like, not today. Like, maybe another day when we at home, whatever the case may be, but not on this important day. Like, suck it up for right now. Like,
But it seemed like it's every day they doing that. And I would have been like, we're done.
So it's like,
it would have been that.
at that point, like,
done.
you could see it, but I don't know. His nose open.
But see, and like, I don't know, this kind of lead me into my question about it is with this. So just like you said, from what you're saying, it's basically like, you embarrassing me in front of the world. You know what I mean? Like, you got people looking at me and talking crazy about it, like talking crazy about me based off how you acted. Mm-hmm. So that kind of like taking me to my part is, what is like the line? Like, when you are like in a relationship or you dealing with somebody, it's just like, what is, you know, what would be the thing that put you over the edge? Or just like, all right, man, like, I'm not going to tolerate this before you. It's like, well, how much would you put up with before you go? You know what I mean? You know what I'm asking?
Yeah.
I mean, and are we talking about in his case or just in general?
No, you talking about in general.
Like, you.
So, let's get into
general.
this.
How much is too much? How much you willing to put up with before you just being like, all right, man, I can't do this, I gotta go?
Like, the lack of growth for me. If I don't see any growth, and like, say we do continuously see the same issues over and over, then it's like, you not trying to grow at this point. But if
I'm gonna take it. You go a little. I'm gonna go a little bit more shallow. So I just want to go by like optics. Basically, how much could your girl embarrass you before you're like, all right, man, I can't do this. Like, regardless of how you feel.
Okay, so you need the scenario.
I can give you one.
Thank you.
I have one ready.
I was waiting because I felt like the way you were. I was like, oh, we gotta like. Because if I just say something, they're gonna be like, oh, you bogus. I'm be like, no, it's not. I'm just not putting up with it. But if we have scenarios, we can understand.
This ain't necessarily like, how much you put up with. It's just, all right, this is more so. I feel like this is more so of a inner thing. This is going to test maybe how comfortable you are with yourself, or.
Oh, I'm great.
So boom, you go to a party, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's say your girl grew up in a different neighborhood. She be like, oh, you know, some of her friends from high school having a party, and y'all go. Y'all get there, a bunch of people, blah, blah, blah. Y'all kicking it. You know, just through the grapevine, you find out, like, an ex-boyfriend of hers is there, or a dude that she smashed before is there.
Oh, Lord.
Like, go ahead.
All right. So, like, just kind of know that, and you see them, like, interact. Or just finding out, like, a dude that she smashed is there, and you see them, like, interact or something like that. Is that enough for you to be, like, not necessarily break up with her, like, on the spot, but is that enough for you to be, like, all right, man, I'm getting out of here, or we getting out of here?
No. And the reason, do I gotta give a reason or just say yes or no?
Yes or no?
No.
Micah?
Oh, well, I thought we was giving reasons. But no.
We'll get that. No. Okay.
No.
Boom. All right. 2 dudes in a party.
All right.
Beat.
Okay.
Are you saying?
Wait, you didn't give a read. You didn't
I
give
gave
what
you
you
a scenario.
So I want to hear yours.
I'm the puzzle master here.
So-
Answer the question.
Well, how many people are at this party?
A lot.
Because if it's like 10 and
lot.
we at 20%,
Dang, yeah, that's like that's 8 people left.
The percentages was gonna throw you off.
yeah, because
Because she
I
got
can
2 out of 10, so if it was 2 out of 30, you staying?
Then that means it's
Okay. But
that's different.
That's
That
weird.
makes
that makes a lot of sense.
That's
Because-
weird
that
math.
means-
I ain't
Be-
gonna lie.
okay, because hear me out. Now let's get to
5 people.
let's
that
get
you
to
don't-
8, right? 8 out of 10 is crazy, but 8 out of 30s. I mean, it's still
still crazy.
no. It's still crazy, but it's not like
You gonna run into
you're
a
running into every single time. Yeah,
Like
if you're in a
10 people can fit in this room.
It's the party. It's a party.
okay, so 2.
So
No,
y'all
I'm
gotta
fine. Well, wait. See, this is the now question.
But wait, you said
They're interacting.
But hold on. Though.
With she's interacting with every dude she smashed. Yeah, we gonna have a
She
problem.
ain't even necessarily interacting with it, but
Oh.
you know that she smashed at least 2 dudes in this party.
Okay.
I feel like I gotta jump because you just said you're okay with 8.
No, I'm not okay with 8.
You saying if it
I'm
was 8
just
out of
saying
30,
like,
you're
well, that
cool.
that makes it sound less of a problem. I'm not saying I'm cool.
the
If it's 8,
same-
we fighting.
It's the same amount of
I'm
dick.
fighting
Like,
all
what you
8.
mean?
Well, no.
It doesn't make a difference.
No,
That's still
but you're
8
asking
people
if
that
we're
just
running
hit your
into
girl.
the people like as a
Yeah.
confrontation.
No, like not
That's
even
the
running
issue.
into. I'm just saying, just being in a room. Like basically,
Okay.
how many people like that she slept with in the room before you're uncomfortable enough to leave?
Oh, uncomfortable.
Well, think about this, right? Just question, right? Think about this. If you go to a concert, right?
She probably
And
smashed
there's
people
a
at the
lot of
concert.
people that go
There's
to this
probably 1 or
concert.
2 people she done smashed there.
It could be 10. It could be 10,000 people at a concert.
It could be 10 people she smashed.
It could be right. I would never know that they there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
But like, why am I knowing this?
The
Why do I
point
know
of the
she smashed these
scenario
people?
Is you do know.
But why do I know that? Like, did she just openly tell me, hey, I smashed 10 people? I'll knock her out.
Or she's like, oh yeah, that's my ex-boyfriend.
But like,
I
what are you
used to talk to
telling me
dude.
this for? Like, we're trying to build, so I don't need to know
Bro,
who.
you can overhear people talking.
Oh, well, yeah.
All right.
It's a party from my old high
2
school.
people.
2 is where you be
No,
like.
you said 2 people, and,
Yeah.
and I would say,
I'll just be like, it's a little weird.
yeah.
I would start getting like, okay, like one was like we knew one, now we got another one. And if now let's say if she's like a small interaction with them, and it's like every time I'd be like, okay, you smashed both, and you interacted with both. Like, what's going on?
I mean, but is that like super weird? Like, obviously,
Oh,
you know each
100%.
other.
Yeah, but like, if I'm in a relationship and I bring my girl, well, I am in a relationship, so if I bring my girlfriend to a
Good
party, if I bring her to a party and I see people that I like did stuff with, I'm not finna just, hey, how's it going? That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's weird
like-
tension in the air.
It's,
It's
well,
like,
yeah.
yeah, so I would like.
But
that's
that would
why
make it
said,
worse. I feel like you going to talk to
Yeah,
them.
that's why I said it has to be like an
Acknowledge-
explanation.
Even if it's from across the room, like
No.
a
I
subtle
get
way.
choked.
Yeah.
You would. But I'm talking about an acknowledgement. I'm talking about just like.
I'm talking about an acknowledgement.
Okay.
I ain't even like tripping on that, but I'm just saying, like, what's it? It get down to how many people in the room before you just like, all right, we gotta bounce.
Yeah,
Three?
like for me,
Listen.
it depends. Like if they're not interacting with these people, if they showing like the respect of like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, that's the past. I know it's kind of awkward. I don't want to be like, now if they over there mingling like, oh, I ain't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, no,
giving
that's
hugs and hey, that's a different story. But if it's just 3 people in the room, but like it goes back to what he said about the amount of people in the room. If it's 5 people in the room and 3 of those people is me,
Like I now have to
That's a
talk
weird
to
way to
these,
look at it.
but it's like you have to now interact
Now,
with them.
right.
You're not
It's
gonna
so
not,
funny.
you're not gonna sit there and just.
I don't think you gotta interact with them, but
It's a
all right,
party.
It depends on the amount of people.
But let's say, okay, cool. So I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna cap it at 3.
Okay.
There's 3 dudes in the party that your
Okay.
girl smashed,
Okay.
and she doesn't interact with them, right?
Okay.
Y'all comfortable?
Yeah.
Bet. You see those 3 dudes
Mm-hmm.
talking to each other, like huddled up, kind of talking to each other.
Uh-huh.
Do you still feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Cause to me, cause there's 2 things that this is where like I'm a real like I be thinking about everything. Like I'm an overthinker. I know that. So like I think there's 2 things they're either talking about. 1, how bogus she is, because they all hit and now I'm with her, or 2, they're mad because they can't hit because I'm with her.
Or they're laughing at you
Well, that's the first one.
because you with You with the one that is just like, gee, everybody done fight Tut and Buddy over here. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's what's happening.
Oh no,
I'm saying you see those three dudes sitting up in the corner talking, and you catch the occasional like over the shoulder side eye look your way. There's no way in your head you're not going.
Right.
No, see, I feel like you gotta know me. I'll be like,
right, what up?
I'll be like, what up?
She can't acknowledge you, but you can.
Yes, because she not the one who gonna have to fight him if they start talking crazy.
I mean, yeah, but see,
because like
they wasn't gonna be talking like you.
They talking.
Yeah, they talking to each other.
But at a party, like people they try to get active. They be like, yeah, that's how we. All right, calm down.
They got no reason to be active.
Yes, they do. Listen, no matter what. Listen,
look, they got.
I'm gonna tell you right now. No matter what people say, everybody gonna be a little butthurt. The girl that they wanted to either smash or was trying to still smash.
They did.
Show up to a party with something. No, but I'm saying like. That's not saying they still don't want
probably,
to.
like,
so they gonna
like
you know how dudes be trying to like dog women, be like you ain't like that's why you with him now and stuff like that. Some of them be on that. Get a little drinks in them, all of them be on that. I'll be ready.
Now, like the thing is, like, and it's like kind of like the point of asking is basically like I said, where it comes down to how comfortable you are with yourself. Because the feeling is in that situation that you see them talking, they don't even gotta be looking at you, but you see them like laughing and giggling. In your head, you going like, is they looking at me like, yo, this old goofy, he didn't wife her. Like, do you know what I did to her? You know what I mean?
I feel like
nobody
grew up different.
You know what they're looking at you like, yo, he wiped the smut of the group. Like,
I would think they would be talking crazy. In my mind though, I probably would just like. I would just be aware where they at throughout the whole night, just in case. I don't know. I don't know. They may. I don't know what they own. I just need to know.
But see, I feel like though, with this scenario, it also depends on the girl.
Because some people like. Maybe that's when we was growing up.
On your chick?
Huh?
You say that because you think they gonna try to like spin the block on her?
No, just because when but this probably because when we was younger, how like people would just be dumb, like try little goofy stuff, like walk and accidentally bump you and be like, oh my bad, or like just do stupid stuff, like to try to like provoke you to do something so that they can, you know what I'm saying, start something. Like people would do stuff to provoke a situation, so that's why I would be watching because that's just something that I know from just.
I don't get that type of energy just because. Well, I don't think that type of energy, or in this scenario, I'm not giving that type because, like I said, it's like.
So it's really
as the ones that already
chilling.
hit, those dudes gotten like they have nothing to be like.
So it's just pure. We're at a party, they chilling and they just they hit. Cool.
It's just more so it's just more
if
so like are you comfortable?
If it's chill, cool, then I don't care.
I'm whatever.
Chill guy.
So
but it depends on. I have to see what type of person they are. Like
that's
what I'm saying.
Specific though. Like the whole thing is just like, are you comfortable with them?
Oh no, I don't.
100%. I don't care.
They can do whatever they can.
I don't care because my thing is, it's not even about them. To me, it's about your girlfriend. Like, is she gonna entertain them at all? Because my thing is like, if she's gonna go entertain them at a party that she know that, and we know that this is a thing, then that's not a them thing. Because it's like that was before. You're doing this now. This is a you situation, and we're gonna have a talk. Because why would you do that? Because I know if it was flipped, she'll be mad if I just 3 girls that and she'll be like, what are you doing? All right then.
What are you doing by talking to them or bringing you here?
Well, talking to them.
Because, like, I feel like that's another part of the situation.
But if she do they know?
Party,
does she know that they're going to be there?
You smashed was going to be it.
But does she know they're going to be there?
Let's say she did.
It should be a talk before we go. It should be. Like, if she knows they're going to be there.
You said, why do I know that they hit?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. So, like, that's why the scenario, because, like, if she knows they're going to be there and she talks to me about it, I would go in way more like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I know what happened. So, I'm not like, because if I don't know and somebody's like, that's why I'm finna, excuse me?
It wouldn't get there, though. Like,
what if
it wouldn't get there?
All right, so what if,
you
right?
You never know.
How would you feel, right? This is a flip on it. Like, you go there, right? Everything cool. And, like, everything, you know what I'm saying? Then you leave and she like, it was 3 people there that I smashed.
I'm like, that's crazy.
Well, if she said it like that, I'd be like, bro, you could have said that way less, like, aggressive.
Aggressive? That was way calm.
No, like, I just need you to know there's some past people that I've been with, that's gonna be at this party. You ain't gotta say smash because
after you left.
Oh, after I left? We would have been. I wouldn't have broke up with her, but we would have argued. Cause I would have been like, bro, like you just.
Why? See,
because what if this is the thing that like what if like I didn't know this information, right? and we became cool. Like, because it's a party. I talk to people at party. You know this. If I go up
That
to
would
them,
be
You didn't
wow.
know. You didn't know. You just went
Yeah,
there
let's just say
and
you
away
didn't
from the
talk to her.
party, and she was just like,
I would still feel a certain way because I feel like you felt the need to hide that from me because you don't trust me.
That makes sense.
Like, trust how I'm gonna act.
if she told you.
No,
After?
Like she could have said.
It don't matter if it's
hey,
after.
Hiding though.
Yeah. What?
Is it hiding if I'm the one that told you?
You
why am I
lied to
hiding
me
it
for
from you?
5 hours while sitting at a
Nah,
party.
How was that a lie?
The reason
Because you didn't trust me
Withhold
enough to tell me.
information.
If you're in a relationship, the whole thing is communication. If you can't communicate with me until after a situation's over, that's terrible communication. That's like okay, perfect example. I don't know if this is actually a perfect example. I'm really bad at examples, but we're gonna try it, okay?
all right.
So like, let's say, like, this is a terrible example.
Yo, it went from the perfect example to a terrible.
No,
example.
okay. So like, my thing is like flip it, right? If
If I was to go to a party
and then tell
and
her
then
after,
tell her after, yeah,
bruh, hit lights out.
But that's a specific case, you know. We know it's how. Put it on me. Put it hypothetical. Like I'm not in a relationship. Put me in the hypothetical situation of with a girl. because
Okay, you talking
y'all
to a
is too
girl, right?
specific for y'all.
You're talking to her.
Right.
Y'all not dating yet, but in talking, do you feel like there's a trust that needs to be made?
A trust?
Yeah, like I need to be able to trust that you say you're either doing or gonna do or whatever what you say you're gonna do,
If we're
and not
talking,
like keep it from me.
I mean, see, this is the thing. I mean, well, yes, I guess to a certain extent, yes, but not as.
No,
as
like if
somebody
you're like
else.
if it's like you two and you're like planning to like, cause this is more of a situation where it's like you two are for sure gonna be together.
Yeah, I get you.
So yeah, okay. So then let's say she goes out without you, and then message you later say, hey, I just wanted to tell you, so and so were there, and I hooked up with them a while back, and I didn't want to tell you before because I didn't want you to worry. That's you agree with that?
I can't be mad at it because it already happened. What is there to be mad at?
That she didn't tell you before. That she couldn't trust you enough to tell you before.
Trust you enough?
Yeah, because she didn't want you to be mad, but it's like.
But she told you anyway because, you know, so it's like you would still
But
be
if
the
she
same
cheated,
mad
right? If she cheated, right?
beforehand or afterwards.
But this is
so
the
it's like,
thing,
it
though.
don't matter because you still told me. Like,
But the thing is,
nothing's
you
gonna
don't know what happened there.
Huh?
You don't know what happened there.
Exactly. Well,
So
so
what if
I'm assuming if she told me, then I'm assuming something like didn't happen because you would be real stupid to tell me afterwards and then put the idea in my head that you might have just did something.
But that's
when
what
you
I'm
coulda got away
saying.
with
That
it
part right there,
completely by not telling me.
the
That would be
idea of it
stupid,
being
so I
in
would
your
be like, you probably didn't.
But to me, the idea of it being in your head, though, that's the issue. So you telling me after, I'm gonna still have the idea in my head that something could have happened.
But
Because
what's
why
gonna
couldn't she
change
tell
with
me
her
before?
telling you before?
So I know that if something happens, I already know they were there.
That don't.
You're not like
If
blindsided.
yeah, I'm not blindsided. Like let's say I pull up to pick her up. Let's say
afterwards.
But
Unless you come out and
I
said
guess-
they was there and I did something.
I
Well,
guess
nobody's
it's
gonna
like
say
a,
that,
It's like
though.
a feeling.
Exactly.
But they're
It's
gonna
like a
tell you that
feeling,
they
I
there.
guess. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really a
honestly,
feeling.
Knowing, just based off what you said, knowing beforehand sounds worse because, right, you told me that you're going to a party with, you know, somebody that you used to smash, or you're going to a setting with somebody, let's just say, you know, you're going out to dinner, and it just happened to be with an ex or something like that, and you tell me, like, oh yeah, I'm going out with this guy we used to date or whatever,
No.
blase.
It's not a thing.
But Pee-Pee, you telling me beforehand, now that opens the door for me to sit here and wonder what's happening on this date, what's being talked about, why y'all there. If you tell me like, oh yeah, you know, I just had dinner with somebody, like, oh yeah, somebody I used to date, or I just had dinner with an ex out of that, blah, blah, blah.
That's gonna make it worse to me.
To me, it doesn't because.
But like, how am I supposed to trust you? This whole time you could have told me, and you
right.
But this whole time you could have.
Right,
and you
but once
didn't.
again-
You withheld it in this entire time until you felt. That's not how that works.
But my thing is, if you tell me afterwards, I'm assuming you're not dumb enough to tell me after you cheated on me. To be like, hey, I was in a situation where I could have cheated on you, but I'm not going to tell you that I did.
But
You know
that's
what I
how
mean?
it
That would
happens,
make
though.
no
People
sense
be
to
like,
me.
I just want to tell you that they're there, but nothing happened.
But
And
even
then
if
months
you
later,
tell
you
me-
find out something happened.
But even if you tell me that you was going out with them beforehand,
Well, they
and
wouldn't
then
have.
you tell me something didn't happen, and then I found out later it did, it's the same situation. It don't make a difference. The only one, if you tell me before,
No.
now I have the, now it's on me to get in my head about it and be sitting here like, what's going on? And now you sitting there where you can get to that paranoid, being annoying, like, you still out? Did you make it home yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where you can start, because then you start playing in your head the possibilities of what could happen, what they talking about. Is these niggas still getting along? You know, like, is it hand holding and all that
But that's
stuff?
the same thing for after, though, because if you tell me after, I'm going to be in my head like, what did y'all do? What did y'all... It's the same thing.
Exactly.
So why don't you give me the respect of telling me before, so I at least know
like you say,
what's going on?
It doesn't make a difference knowing before.
But it's not a... But it's a trust thing. Like, if you... So every time something happens that you feel like I might have a bad reaction to, you're going to wait to tell me until it happens. That's a terrible way to be in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's the right thing to do.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Doing it, like, I'm saying, yeah, by telling me before isn't going to make me
doesn't
feel
change the
different
outcome
of telling me after. Right,
But
it doesn't.
But
change
see, that's
anything
also
that
not
happens.
true, because like the whole scenario you just said is she going out to dinner with her ex. If you tell me like that's a possibility before, and we're like serious about this relationship, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be like, I'm done.
In the situation you gave me, you said,
but I said
talking to
that, right. And if I'm talking to you, you're talking to me, and we're supposed to be moving forward with this relationship, and you decide to go have dinner with your ex, I don't need to be in this, because you shouldn't be talking to them like that.
I mean,
it's that simple.
If you feel that way, then what are you waiting for to make her your girl? Then make her your girl right now, then.
Well, it's not just on him. It's not just on you. If she's not ready, that's another. But that's what I'm saying.
But then that's her freedom. Like, if she's not ready, then she's still free to do that.
Okay, but then I'm free to walk away.
And you are.
But I'm saying,
like,
if you know after, it's
like
like, forget all that. Like, you should have just told me before, so I ain't have to do all this extra stuff. Like, if she tell you a day later, I would have left you the night before. You had to wait a day.
But see, like, but
I'm trying to be loyal over there.
It's like, I feel like what you tell me beforehand don't make a difference.
Like, I get what you're saying, because it doesn't change at the end of the day.
It doesn't change the scenario.
I do see that side too, because I'm gonna give you a scenario. Well, both of y'all can hear the scenario. It's a true scenario, which is
I'm gonna hear it.
is that like, all right? So it was a time when I had got offered to do like a photo shoot or something, or video shoot with this girl, right? But I felt uncomfortable about the photo shoot.
Sorry.
I felt uncomfortable about the photo shoot, right? Because I was in a relationship. So, with me being in a relationship and the photo shoot or video shoot, whatever it was that she wanted me to do, I'm like, nah, like, you know, like, what?
I want to let you finish. I just want to ask the question. Why did you feel uncomfortable?
Because of the type of photo shoot it was. Like, what I'd probably be wearing, what she'd probably be wearing.
Huh? Would I be wearing? Would she?
What she would be wearing and what I'd be wearing.
Wait, are you in the photo shoot?
Yes.
I thought you was taking the pictures.
Oh no, if I'm taking the pictures, I'm cool.
Oh, I thought you was taking the pictures.
No, he was gonna be in the photo shoot.
That's why I'm
me being in it.
Be like this, laying back.
That's a job to me.
That's where I was getting at, because I thought you was taking the pictures in the. Okay, go ahead.
No. Me being in the photo shoot.
Go ahead, my boy.
Right. So with that, it's like, I didn't say anything. I just turned it down, and I never said anything until I think a day later or 2 days later or something. Then I mentioned like, oh, you know, this happened, but I turned it down, and it was like, well, why didn't you tell me? Like, you could have did it. Like, you could have went and did it. I'm like, no, well, I didn't want to. Like, I felt uncomfortable about it. But you knew this was happening. You could have let me know that this person hit you up talking about being in the photo shoot. And I'm like, well, I handled it.
Well, now that's a different scenario.
See, go ahead.
Well, because if I didn't do it, and I'm
with you.
Yeah, if I didn't do it, two things are happening. It's either I'm not bringing it up because it's like I don't have to put that worry in her head, like, cause ain't nothing happened. Like, I've told my girlfriend now, like, there's been times when somebody messaged me, and I was just like, nope. And I didn't tell her about it because, it's not that I told her about it because I felt that she needed to know. She had brought something up, and it came up, and it was like an idea, and I was like, oh, so-and-so hit me up, but I just deleted it because I don't need to talk to them. Like, I actually deleted the number, everything after that, because I didn't even know I had them in my phone anymore. And she was like, oh, you didn't have to do that. And I was like, yeah, but like, and she just asked me, she was like, why didn't you tell me? I was like, only because, like, I feel like you know, and it wouldn't have, like, I didn't reciprocate, like, I didn't respond, I didn't do nothing. I was just like, this is something that.
You didn't do anything wrong.
That's what I'm saying. So exactly. I didn't do anything wrong about that.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Like, so, I just tried to protect your feelings and my feelings at the same time, and I was just like, no.
I also think it's weird to be, because both of y'all kind of said the same two things in that situation. And no offense, ladies, if y'all listen. But to be like, you didn't have to do that, but then be like, why didn't you tell me? Which is like, those are conflicting things. Yeah. It's just like, wait, on one hand, you saying that it would have been okay for me to do it, but because I didn't do it, you're like, well, why didn't you tell me?
You know what I found out?
Like,
I got
what
an
are you
answer for that.
suspicious about
I got an answer
by
for
me
that.
not telling you, though?
You know what it is? It's not even the fact that they care that you didn't tell them or not. It's the fact that they really be trying to get to know you. Like, I've found this, man, like, they're just like, well, I just want to know, like, what your thought process was. Because apparently, and I don't know, apparently women don't know men. Like,
it's obvious what the thought process
but to
was.
them, they want to hear it. Like, they want to know that they matter to you, which is understandable because either they've been through some stuff or what. So they want to, like, the whole reassurance thing. And I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but a lot of women need it more than men. I would say men need it too, but it's just like, if they're, so I think it's that, like, if you, oh, well, but why didn't you tell me? Well, because I didn't want you to worry. If they hear that, they're like, that was nice. But they won't say it. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, thank you for that." They'll be like, "You didn't have to."
Is because it's like it wasn't a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like I didn't go out of my way to bring this up to you,
right?
Because it's like it wasn't an issue. Like you say, I took care of it. I made the decision that I didn't want to do it. And
well, there's a lot of dudes
because there wasn't like a
that.
discussion to be had about it. Like the decision was already made, so it's like it didn't require a discussion about it because I already decided what I wanted to do.
But then there's a situation where they say that and then Anthony Edwards, yeah. So it's like
way different.
Well, no, I'm saying like 3 big mamas. No, I'm saying like, but there's dudes out here be like, nah, like I didn't worry about it, and the next thing you know, they done cheated with like 4 different people.
You think Anthony Edwards told?
Well, no. I'm just saying like the situation. Oh no.
Hey, I just want you to know.
Oh, probably not. She found out what.
And Shorty was throwing it at me and told me that I could hit, man.
She found out when the world found out.
I said no. And then I got a baby. No.
I don't know, man. I think that's different.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I just think that I'm saying like his thing too. Like I feel like to me if it's weird, but I think it's a trust thing. Like if you can't trust me enough to tell me. Because like you said, if it really doesn't mean nothing though, at the same time you're saying why why can't you tell me before?
But the thing is, it could be for whatever reason they didn't tell you. Once again, they didn't think the same reason you didn't tell her about the person that hit you up.
But I didn't do it though.
The photo shoot. Exactly.
But they doing it
in that situation.
They going. They went to dinner with the ex.
Yeah, but they didn't do the thing that you're worried about them doing.
I'm worried about them being in the. Why are you in a dinner is at the end of the day a romantic gesture. I don't care what anybody say, unless you're no.
I kind of.
You can be friends without going to dinner.
I think of it like in a sense like
go to dinner too.
Like if the tables would turn, I don't think it would.
They would be like, no, you can't go.
No, it's not. But my question isn't whether it would be okay or not. It's what is your issue with the thing? Like, why are you not okay with it? It's not whether like it would be okay. It's why isn't it okay?
That's a good question.
Exactly. That's my point.
Well, but why is it?
There's no real reason that it shouldn't be.
That's a good question because some people are able to keep it professional, and lack of better words.
Okay, or like you say, because and like honestly, on some real stuff, with what Micah said about trust, it almost is flipped in reverse.
Oh yeah.
By you wanting her to tell you beforehand and being mad that she didn't tell you afterwards. Shows a lack of trust on your part, though. You know
it has nothing to do with lack of trust, because I wouldn't. Because I wouldn't know. No, you know what I mean. How am I gonna trust somebody I don't know what they're doing?
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, with you being like, I need to know beforehand, and it's not okay. You telling me after, it shows a point of lack of trust because she could be like, oh yeah, I went out to dinner with this person. It's just like, why didn't you tell me? Because I knew what the hell I wasn't gonna do. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and I felt that you trust me to not make that bad decision. So therefore, like, I didn't necessarily have to break it down to you beforehand. Because if you trust me, you're not worried about that situation.
But
you know
I think his
that's
trust,
not really.
I don't know if this is, but I was thinking maybe his trust is more so. I trust that this was only a me and you thing, that you wouldn't be going on dates with other guys. It would be like
that's a date. You call it what you want. That's a date.
Like I would think, like,
who paid? Did he pay? It's a date.
If she went to dinner with her homegirl,
that's fine.
Dinner.
Yeah, but
but they didn't have sex.
They didn't have a pass.
They didn't get with each other.
Intention. Dating is the intention. That's what determines if it's a date. Cause I done went out to eat with homegirls and stuff like that. It wasn't a date.
But they homeboy
we
probably
went
like
out to eat. But once again, it was a man and a woman. Dating is the.
But
intention.
did y'all have a pass?
Whether or not, why does that make a difference?
Well, that makes a big difference. That makes a very big difference.
Because he may still be.
He may still want
that may be a dinner.
Wait, why did you say he?
No, because
like not with you.
Nigga, what?
No, we're talking about the girl.
Like, what?
He might still want to.
I was talking about me, and then you were like, he. Like, hold on.
He might still want you.
Yeah, like this may be, he like, oh, dang, like, she trying to go out. All right, cool, bet. Like let's see what.
This is the thing. Whether he thinks it or not, what does that mean if she doesn't do it?
But then why are you entertaining it?
But you know what I'm saying?
But why are you entertaining? Yes, you are.
Entertaining the dating aspect of it.
You said yes to going out with this dude that you went out with, not knowing if he got feelings for you still or not. I think that's just not smart.
Whether it's smart or not, like, this is the thing, though. Whether they want to, whatever they want to do, it can only happen if you want to, too. And that's what I'm saying.
Would you be mad if something happened?
Yeah, you can be mad if something happened because I trusted you not to make the decision.
Okay, scenario.
And that's where the
this is a good one.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
This is a good scenario.
But if you went and came home and nothing happened, then you did exactly what I expected you to do. So why would I be mad?
Oh, here we go. So if okay, see you later, good night, cool. And then he that's wild. I was gonna be more like civil. And he just like they talking and she's like, oh, I had a great time, and she
what's that?
he kissed her. He kissed her, and then she's like, whoa, like what? That didn't have to happen if you just like would talk to me, but because I'm not saying I'm gonna. No. Hear me out. This is and let me explain though, because again, you were like when I said it earlier. If you were to talk to me and I was like, that's probably not the best idea, and then you decide not to go, we don't even have to stress about it.
That makes sense.
But again, now, and this is another thing. Let's say you tell me after, you might tell me that, cool, y'all went to dinner. But if you're scared to tell me that he kissed you, but you're making sure, like, I know you didn't kiss him back, because this has happened before. Like, people be like, oh, well, I was scared to tell you this part, but I told you we went to dinner. She lied to you that whole time, so why would you not just tell me so we can figure it out together first? Instead of waiting until after something could happen. That just seems like you're waiting for something bad to happen in a relationship when you could just tell me.
For something bad, that's I don't like the way you look at that.
It's the truth though, because nobody just goes out with their ex for fun. Like that's not something people do. Name one person you know that go out with their ex for fun.
I can, but I'm not gonna say it on this podcast. But I can.
Well, okay, do you know anybody? Because I don't.
That go out with their ex for fun.
Like if they're in a relationship, well, are they in a relationship though? Are they opposite in relationships though? Because this is about somebody who's in a relationship. So if they're going out as exes and they're not tied to anybody, then that's fine. But if they're in a relationship,
say that again? If they're going out as
exes, but they're not tied to anybody else. Then but that's what I'm saying. Like
they got nobody to answer to, so that's like that's.
Well, but so you know somebody. I'm not gonna names, but you know somebody that's in a relationship that go out with their ex for fun.
That is cordial with their ex. They have a relationship. Yes, they might they talk or they might hang out or something like that. Yes. Especially if they have a kid with that person.
Well, that's different. A kid is completely different.
The kid changes. But
I don't say
scenario ain't gonna be exactly a perfect match, but. That is a factor of it. That is still,
But then that's completely different.
They were married.
That's different. You're just saying
it should be worse.
But we're no
it
because
be a worse scenario.
But not if they got a kid. No,
if they got a kid. Well, first of all,
that's parenting.
I get the co-parenting, but I still feel.
There, my boy.
I still feel.
The kid is at home.
I can't say
I
nothing.
still feel weird about them going out together.
That's what I'm saying. It's not different. It's the same scenario.
Yeah, I feel weird about them going out together.
Right, because they were closer than just the average relationship. So it's different only because it's worse. Like, these people were married. They were committed to each other. They slept in the same bed every night. They came home to each other. They had the deepest, they made a commitment before God to be together. And now they broke up. And you be like, no, that's different. Ain't no way in hell. That's way more.
Okay, here's a good scenario. I've been plotting, like thinking one. Right. So let's say this podcast right here, right? Mm-hmm. Blows up. Mm-hmm. We make each like
a lot.
Yeah, but I need to put a number on it.
Okay.
So give me a good number.
25 million. Not each, but we split 25 million.
So 25 million.
Keep it reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then like this. He gets his cut. I get my cut. And then you get a cut. But he was like, well, I just thought, like, after the fact that he used your cut, he was like, oh, I just thought it'd be good to get new equipment and stuff when we use your cut after he did it. You wouldn't be mad about that?
I don't see the relation.
Oh, I'm telling you. Well, you got to answer. Would you be mad about that?
Yeah.
Because he told you after the fact.
No,
if he would have
because
came
he spent my money. That's what I'm mad about.
But you're mad because if you would have talked.
Y'all good. I keep going.
But I'm saying, like, so if he would have talked to you about it, and you agreed and been like, cool. Well, no. Well, okay.
There's no situation in that scenario. There's no part of that scenario where I would be like, oh yeah, that's cool. That makes sense.
I would. If it's for what we're doing, I would.
So then why not take it out of everybody's money? You should have took the money out for the equipment and stuff before you bust it down 3 ways.
But I'm saying, but this is because it's just a one-person situation. So we put 3 people in the situation, right?
Yeah, but if
so
everybody else got fair treatment and I didn't, then yes, I'm going to be mad.
So my point exactly. So in a relationship, if we're equal and we're supposed to be fair to each other, and I'm doing something because you want to trust me, and I can't ask you to do the same, and then you tell me after, I have a right to get mad. You're asking for equal stuff because that third person don't got nothing to lose. Probably we don't know. I don't know what they got going on, but it doesn't matter because this is for us. So if all of us are supposed to be splitting money and they take your cut, that's like me and you are supposed to be building something, and now dude coming in and taking his cut. You don't know he's gonna take it. You would
be mad before.
No, I wouldn't be mad. Anyway. Well, no. If it's a date, 100%, I'm gonna be mad. But if it's just like how you said, the party situation. If you tell me before, I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to just be like, oh, that's a little weird. But, like, thank you for telling me because now I know. Now I'm not walking in blind. I feel like you walk in blind like that, it's like, why didn't you have the, like, I guess, trust in me to tell me before? Like, I'm not finna go out here and make a scene. I don't care. It's just the fact that you withheld. I guess withholding information to me is lying. Because it's like if we're supposed to be communicating and be a couple and be like...
Right, but then that's different though because like I said originally you said it was trust. Like lying and trust, those are different.
Well, no, because if you lie, you break trust. That's a fact. You break
trust. But to say like you don't trust me and lying are different. You know what I mean?
Well, no, you don't trust me with the truth. What do you... I don't see... That's not different.
It is. Well...
In a relationship...
Because you say like, oh... I'm mad because you didn't trust me
enough to tell me the truth
beforehand.
Before.
But then you just said, but like withholding the information, which is a lie. Which those are different things. To me, those are different things. You can lie, yes, you are lying by withholding the truth, but that's not. I don't think that's not like a trust thing to me. That's just a lie.
Well, if you lie and you got a whole family on the side, that's trust. I don't trust you no more.
Yeah,
but you withheld that from me. That's withholding the truth. You have a whole other family, which is trust. But I can't trust you.
But breaking trust is a result of a lie. A lie and breaking trust, they're not the same thing. No, one results in the other.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But it's not the same thing. They're not the same thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they not, but they go hand in hand.
But
like you got it's like a cause and effect.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
But you can't have the effect without the cause.
But then if you tell me
the same thing.
But if you tell me the cause after, it's gonna be the same effect. I'm gonna have a problem trusting you when you go out next time.
Yeah, but I was just saying. I was saying that's not.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, but so I like. Do you still don't think that's like the after part? Because that's like just causing problems where you could have just told me straight up.
I don't. Well, this is my thing is I don't think it should be a problem. I don't think it should be a problem.
I get what you said. It shouldn't be a problem, but it is.
But that only because you make it a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just to be like, oh, it shouldn't be a problem, but it is. But that's only because you allow it to be a problem.
Yeah.
If you change the mindset, it's not a problem.
But what, like I'm confused on how that's not a problem.
Because it's only a problem because it's made to be a problem. Like it would have never been a problem if say you trusted this person, like. And I like, for instance, if I trust you, like, and it's not gonna be the same, obviously. But like, and you be like, hey, I'm finna go to the store or something, and I'm like, all right, cool. But then you end up doing something else.
Right.
Then it's like, damn, I done lost my train of thought.
I got you. Can I?
Go ahead.
All right, people. Okay. So, can you Can you not whether your girl is going to allow it or not? You individually, can you go out and have lunch with a girl and nothing happen?
Oh yeah.
Exactly. So therefore, it shouldn't be a problem because you know that you can go and do that and not cheat on your girl. That's why it shouldn't be a problem. Wait, let me finish. The only reason it's a problem is because your girl would have the feeling of you're going to cheat on her if you go out in there. Therefore, what I'm saying is it shouldn't be a problem because you know yourself. I'm not going to cheat. Therefore, I can do this without cheating. So it shouldn't be a problem. That's the reason it shouldn't be a problem.
But I don't agree with that.
But you just said, you yourself just said that you can do it.
No, I can do it though.
The reason
but
why
that's,
we
but
don't agree with it because it's a thing.
No, that's not why I don't agree with it. Because what he just said, I can trust myself wholeheartedly. That doesn't mean I can trust the person I'm going with. That doesn't mean they won't try something.
Right, but
this is the thing though. No,
unless they
not.
take it from you, you have to participate.
You think a girl can overpower
No. That's not what I'm saying though. But I'm saying like you're inviting, and this is just a fact. No. You are inviting a whole bunch of scenarios and stuff to pop up because nobody else was there.
Wait, so
you're inviting BS to start.
If you weren't in a relationship, do you think the same?
I'm single.
No, but do you think like the same if you weren't in a relationship and you're just going? Okay, perfect example, Michelle.
White Michelle? The one that we work with? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
down the street?
Yeah, like, no, just like if you were to go, we know, like,
yeah, sure, it's just like, my sister, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Right. So in the sense of, you'd go, it's nothing wrong with it. Because you know there's not, like, but.
I agree with that, but I don't, but the issue with that is I'm never, like, that's never a thing because
but the same
I wouldn't go
with
Michelle by herself.
Regardless, though. But the same possibilities exist. The same thing that's possible with the one girl is possible with the other one.
But it's not, though, because, no, it is different because at the end of the day, relationships are different. Like, if this is just a friend that your girl don't know or something like that, or even if she does know but she don't know, like, when you get into a relationship with a person and you understand and live, like, the life that they live and stuff, like, they know family. Michelle's family. It's not like she's like...
Cousin Faith was family, too.
Who?
Cousin Faith, Soul Food. She still smashed Terry's husband.
That was a movie.
It's an example. It's an example.
No, but
this is a fake situation.
No, but I'm saying, so like if they, but it's like if they trust them also, fine. But you're just saying blatant like an ex or something. I'm not finna trust an ex.
But what you said,
you know what I mean? Like that's trust. They trust. If I'm in a relationship, like Gianna trusts Michelle.
Yeah.
Now if I'm like, hey, I'm finna go with one, she finna. Oh no.
But see, that once again, you're only saying like you're only proving this point. It's only a issue because the person feels that way. Because whether it's an ex or it's Michelle, the same possibilities exist.
Know who the other person is.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
Because their intentions can't be as pure.
What you said was by going out, you're creating or inviting
a
bunch of different. But the same possibilities exist regardless of who the girl is. It's man and woman. The same possibilities exist. Because
that's not true then. Because that's like saying you can't go out to like eat with your sister.
I knew he was gonna say that.
But that's a fact. This is the issue with the whole dancing thing. You're taking it down to the most basic girl boy. Then I can't go to dinner with my mom. Like you're saying, just
but that's what you
women. No, I said that you're with other women. Not like family stuff like that. You're inviting.
Michelle is not family though.
But to you, she's not. But to us, she is.
And
to my girlfriend, she is. To Skylar, she is.
So the person who's ex, you can say, well, that's like family.
No, because...
You don't get to say when it's family and when it's not.
Yes, you do, wholeheartedly. Because when you cut them off, they're no longer your family. And also, dating doesn't make them your family. Marriage makes them your family.
That's what I said.
So then they're not family.
I said like the ex-husband. When you're going out with the ex-husband, who is family? Y'all share a family.
No, he was family.
Y'all share a family.
If you have a kid, then yes. But if he was an ex-husband, then you're not family anymore. The divorce means you're not family anymore.
Son, that is a family.
That's only if you have a kid.
But that's like Mike.
But we're not talking about a kid.
Like picking and choosing the situation.
I'm not picking and choosing. If you have a kid, that's a completely different situation. You have to be a good parent for that child.
I'm thinking like just flat out, like flat out, and like regardless of anything. I'm trying to think of a situation, like. I understand what you're saying, like the whole it should be okay because I know myself. I know nothing. I don't care who it's with.
Exactly.
Like, whether the opens up the door for anything, I know I'm not going to do it regardless.
Right.
Because I know what I have at home. Like, I'm not.
Right. And
like,
I feel that way too when it comes to me. But that doesn't mean anything about whatever they trying to start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it shouldn't matter because at the end of the day, I can go, I can eat my food, and I can leave. I don't care how they try to reach in for anything, huh?
You paying?
No, I'm paying for my own food.
See, that's another scenario. See, like, these are awesome.
Now, I don't know, but I'm paying for my own food.
I mean, what up? But I'm just saying, why does if I paid for it matter or not?
I mean, because it would. I get what he's saying. It would create
like
a
why
thing,
would you
like,
pay for another girl's meal?
So, that goes back to saying it should be okay because on a regular, like, I don't care. Yeah. Like it's not. I'm not pressed on that, but I do get that when you're in a relationship. It's certain lines that
you don't cross.
So I mean, I get both, and I agree with both because I do agree that I can go somewhere and I don't care. But then I do agree with what you're saying though. Like, it's certain lines that I would feel a certain type of way because, and then like you said, that's on me trusting. Because I'm the one that's creating this issue of the trust. When perfectly she could go and kick it with whoever and do whatever and nothing could ever happen. But that's me in my head, like, what's really going on? Like,
and that's where I'm saying.
That's why I said I understand both of them. But it should be okay because, but then in my mind, I think a guy is a lot of times or sometimes stronger than the woman, so they can force themselves upon, which would be sucky. Like, dang, but I don't see too many girls forcing themselves on a guy unless that guy allows it.
Yes,
I mean, but in that scenario, well, in this scenario, how many scenarios like this do you know where it ended in that guy forcing himself on somebody?
Not a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
It's like the odds of it are so low. It's like, can it happen? Yes. The odds of it happening, pretty freaking low. So it's not.
But that's what everybody's saying until it happens.
Right. And then
but for most people,
but it's not gonna happen to me because she ain't going. It's that simple. I'm not gonna invite any situation that doesn't need to. I'm a person, and John knows this, who if I see anything that could go wrong, I'm just not. I'm good because I love you. You love me. We're supposed to be in this together. I don't need none of that extra stuff. So I mean, I get what you're saying, but I think it's also dependent on the person then. Cause like you could go do it like you said, and you don't think it's private. You think it's fine, but me, I'm like, if I wouldn't like her doing it, and something could go wrong, I'm not gonna do it. And so I think it also just depends on that then.
But there's not a scenario in life where something couldn't go wrong. You know
yes, there is. You're not going. Ain't nothing going wrong there.
I mean, like
that's what I'm saying. So I'm not
there's
going.
not a scenario in life where nothing bad could happen. So it's just like, that's why I just feel like I couldn't like go by that.
I'm telling you the scenario. Don't go. Don't reply. Don't message back.
In general. Not like,
but that has nothing to do with me and her. If I die, that's terrible.
I'm saying, when you say like you don't go in scenarios or you don't do things where something like bad could happen. Yeah. But I'm just like, in life, something bad can always happen.
But no, like there's scenarios that something could like really become a problem that you just don't put yourself in.
There's an elevator risk, but to say like, oh, I don't do anything where if something bad can happen, I'm not going.
Oh, not like that. I'm talking about like with relationship wise or or like stuff like that. Like I'm cool. Like, if you think that, how do I word this? Like, I'm trying to think of the right words to say. Like, I know, like, life is a risk. You walk outside the door, you could die. Like, it's crazy. But I'm saying, like, when it comes to being in a relationship, like, oh, she's made it known that she don't like this person. I don't have any problem with this person. But, like, why am I going to go now? Like, if the person messaged me, or even, like, if a dude, like, oh, he made me feel this. Okay, cool. I'm chilling. I don't need to worry about him or her. Like, and it's not that I really care. It's just that I didn't worry about them before. But now that I know it's something that bothers you, it's like, now I can make sure, like, if they ever do, like, unless it's something like, oh, they need help and it's like life or something crazy, I don't really got to bother with it anymore.
On a simpler note, if that person, like you said, oh, she don't like this person for whatever reason, you don't have any issue with them.
Oh, yeah.
And then one day they reach out to you with a potential, like, job opportunity or opportunity.
I'll talk to you about it.
You just went against what you just said.
No, because that's not no. But
you said, well, I ain't gotta talk to him.
Well, no, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm be like, I know you don't like, but he reached out to me for this. Is it something you cool with or not?
But I'm saying you don't know about the job opportunity until you talk to them.
No, if he reached out and say, "Yo, I got a job opportunity for you,"
I'm saying you have to talk to them in order to get to like the opportunity to cut them off. But to be like, well, I ain't got to deal with them. Like even though you don't have a necessary problem with it, it's just like as well as something bad can happen, something good can happen. You're cutting yourself off preemptively without knowing. You know what I mean? That's what I'm just saying like that's the flip side.
I mean, but to me, it's like, oh well, like you would have never knew about it in the first place anyway, so you ain't missing out on nothing like as of right now because you don't know that.
But you don't know it. Right?
So it's like I'm not missing out because I don't know. It could be terrible, it could be great, but that's just life. So it's like if I can do life without stress of dealing with that and then get something for myself, or I could deal with possibly the stress of her being pissed off every time I go to work and talk to this dude and maybe getting something. It's not. I'd rather do the other route. It just makes sense to me.
I feel like you're fixing the wrong part of that problem, personally.
Well, if it's a valid reason to not like somebody, then I'm not finna go against it. She got a valid reason.
I mean, well, let's change it. Like,
if it's just something like, oh, he called me a name one day, I'm finna, girl, you gotta get over that.
But that's what I'm saying. Because it's like, well, she don't like them for whatever reason.
Well, it has to be a good reason. I'm not childish.
Navigate your whole life by what they.
No. I'm not childish. No, it's more me. Like, I just don't care enough to really deal with anything anymore. I'll just be like, oh, okay, cool. You don't like it, cool. We ain't gotta do it.
What if you do this? In that situation, let's say somebody a girl don't like, and are you going to?
Is it a girl or a dude though? That makes a difference.
It's a dude.
Okay.
It's a dude. Dude, your girl don't like for whatever reason. She had a bad interaction, completely unrelated to you. You know what I mean? You don't have an issue not to like the person, and they reach out to you with a potential opportunity. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna? She don't want you to take it just based off the fact that she don't like that person. Where are you at?
I'd have to talk to her.
Yeah.
I have to talk to her and let her know what this opportunity is and how beneficial it could be.
But wait, do we know the reason she doesn't like him?
That's the thing. I would want to know too. Like, was it? Because I would want to know, was it really that bad for this opportunity to be missed?
It's reasonable though. Like right. Like you just basically like. Is it serious enough to pass up on this opportunity, or is it something where it's just like, hey, I get that you might not like it, but that's not necessarily a justifiable reason for me not to take advantage of this.
Oh, he did something bogus to her friend.
Oh, yeah, no.
And it's like, whatever.
Right. He used to date her friend and cheated on her.
Yeah, like that. Okay, whatever.
That's fine.
And now he's like promoter for shows, and he want to book you for a gig.
Oh yeah, you better take that.
We running with that.
Yeah, we running with that.
But if it's something like he put his hands on her, oh yeah. No,
yeah, see, like that's what I'm saying.
I get you.
You gotta know why you're not liking.
Yeah, need to run one.
I made it sound very blunt. I see where like I made what I meant, but it has to be reasonable.
Talk to him.
Well, like, cause me, like, again, we gonna hang out more, cause this is like so you can understand why I am the way I am. Cause like I just like. Even like with my old friends, I used to let a whole bunch of stuff slide that I was like, probably shouldn't have let slide. And that's why a lot of situations happen that didn't need to happen. So now I'm just like, somebody will hit me up and it'll be like, no, I'm good. Like, I won't even reply. I'll just be like, oh, I forgot.
I mean, so, I can get that, but it's like you got a reason tonight. It's like, oh, I got a reason for why I don't mess with that person. Like that, I get. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh yeah, buddy, like did me wrong. They did something, whatever they said, whatever.
Well, but I've cut off people who like mess with the person because I'm just like
you saw bad qualities.
Well, just because it's one of those things like you could bring something to me that I don't need. Like I'm cool where I'm at, and if you cool with them, and it's just like I don't really need to be a part of that, then I don't need you either. Like, and it's not because I'm bogus towards him. It's just like. Again, like, I feel like I try to move up. I try to grow. And if I'm like, you just still kind of chilling with him and you coming here and it's just not, you're bringing me back to where, like, we were, then I don't really care about that no more. I'll see you later.
See, me, depending on, like, I guess in a situation like that where it's like, oh, if I know somebody did somebody, like, dirty or, let's say it's a dude we both knew and he, like, did something, like, snaky to you or whatever. And it's just like, yeah, you don't rock with him. I don't necessarily, like, he hasn't necessarily done anything with me, and, like, I don't have, like, a bad rapport with them. Like, I'm not going to just, like, cut them off, but I won't give them a chance to do it to me. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to keep you, but I'm going to keep you at a distance. So it's just like, oh, yeah, I might, like, interact with you when I see you. Because, like I said, it's just, like, it's weird. I don't have a reason to hate you. So it's like, I can't just be, like, get away from me or whatever. But I won't give you a chance, like, if they kind of come to me with the same scenario they brought you, I'm not gonna get into it because I know what kind of person you are in that regard. You know what I mean? So like I get like that stance of it. That's more so probably how I would approach it.
But you don't gotta hate people to cut them. I cut people out that I don't hate. I just don't care enough to talk to them.
I mean, well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just what I just like realistically, if I'm not talking to like you, Gianna, Destiny, Michelle, not even Michelle really. Like we don't really text at all until like it's something with Destiny or she's messaging me. We're on our way because Destiny's phone is. I don't know. I really don't talk to nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, KK. I talk to KK. But stuff like that, like I think it's just when you, again, we're older now, so like you kind of that group gets real
Small.
I mean,
small.
yeah, the circle gets
So
smaller.
I
feel
think
like
that's
got a
really
small-
what it is. Like I think I took that way literal, cause I got like 5 people I talk to
I
daily.
mean, I got a small circle, but I don't close myself off to opportunities because one thing I feel like I have learned with getting older is like, gee, you know, once again, like that, what they say, you only get one turn on this mug, like on Earth. So, do you really want to like let something go by and never like you might never get this chance to experience something again? So, you want to go the rest of your life like not experience something that you could have experienced because it's just like you know you don't there's no second chance for it. So, like, take advantage of. So, it's just like, you know, that's what living life to the
I get
fullest
that.
is.
Well, I get that. But yeah, I get what I just think it's also like you can't miss what you don't know. You know what I mean? Because there's two sides.
That's true.
That's where I think my process. Because I'm like, be like, well, what if we did? Well, I don't know. I ain't never done it, so I'm not gonna miss it. Like,
But
okay,
if the
cool.
opportunity presents itself, now I do know. Now I know.
Yeah, what if it's terrible? I didn't have to deal with this.
Because if you present the opportunity to me and I say no, now in my head I'm like, what could have been?
Oh, I'm not. I'll be like, no, and then I won't think about it again. I'll be like, oh, well.
Yeah, I sometimes like be on the fence about certain things too, because sometimes I don't want to do certain things.
Right.
Yeah.
But then there's other times I'm like, let me just go ahead and do this real quick. Who knows what could come of it? Like I did that with shows, plenty of shows I did where it's like, I really don't want to do this type of show. Then mess around, go to the show, and then ended up meeting some people,
Yeah.
Right.
getting
More
a
often than
good
not, I feel like you
feedback.
end up happy you did it.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like,
Not
yeah,
me.
like for me.
Not me.
Because I feel like that too, you know, like for me, it's like that thing when your friends invite you out, they're like, yo, we going out this Friday. And you be like, oh, for sure. And then Friday come and you like,
I ain't
I
trying to
do
do.
not want to put on clothes. I ain't trying to drive all the way out there, man. Like, why did I agree to this? I should have said no. And it's like, you could back out, but then in my head, I would just be like, what's the alternative? You going to sit here and do nothing? Like, you know what's here.
That's fine.
You know what doing nothing is like. You don't know what can come from that. Like, it's just like, just do it. You know what I mean? It's an
Yeah, it
opportunity.
creates
to get a
more
sponsor.
memories,
Exactly.
more opportunities, possibly just more memories. Really, that's the best way to think
And
of
truthfully, and the way I look at life, and like you know, I work with a good number of like older people, and there's one thing I do realize, like, gee, at the end of life, that's all you got. You know what I mean? Like your body gonna break down. Your body ain't gonna be doing. You ain't gonna be able to do as much. You ain't gonna be able to do the stuff that you want to do. The only thing you got to hold on to is those memories of what you did. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'll probably never dunk again. All I can hold on to is like, but I remember I did it this time.
I
You know what
never
I'm
did
saying?
it. Yeah, it's true.
All I can
never
hold on
did
to
it,
is,
and I'm alright.
I remember when I did though.
I never did it, and I'm alright. So,
You know what I'm saying? See, that's 'cause you never got there, G. If you
you
felt
would've-
it.
yeah.
bro, what you
You'd have
mean?
felt
They
it.
lowered the rims sometimes. I know what it's like.
Yeah, nah.
Just not in game enough.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I'm
like-
saying.
Yeah.
It's a different feeling.
I ain't gonna lie, it's like using a sex toy versus the real thing. It's just like we got the same result, but man, when it was that one, you knew it was different. You knew the difference. You knew the difference between 9 and 10. So did she.
Anyways, I was going to ask you about Invincible, but that could wait because you got to watch it.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. What's the dude's name? I keep forgetting his
Bruh.
name.
Whole different topic. Travis Hunter? Is that what you
No, the other dude.
Oh, Israel Adesanya?
Yeah. You heard about him? The UFC fighter?
UFC fighter Izzy.
Is that the one, the skinny black dude, animated?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the
he
super
cool.
in the anime too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
and
him.
his
He was
girlfriend,
nice.
his girlfriend that was with him for a year, tried to sue him because they broke up She sued him and ended up having to pay $500,000.
She better have.
You skipping that. They was dating for a year.
Go ahead.
They was dating for a year and they broke up. And when they broke up, she tried to sue him for half of his earnings. She wanted 50% of his money.
They not married, right?
Yeah, but she felt like she felt like she was entitled to it or whatever because they like dated for a year and that he should have married her. It was on a real common law type breach, but as a result of the suit, because he never, reportedly, I'm not 100% sure how this is, but they're saying allegedly he never had a bank account. So like all his earnings and stuff are in his mom's name, his manager. His mom is his manager.
A lot of people are doing that now, yeah. So they can't take nothing.
But therefore, he doesn't have any income tax.
Yeah, no.
But because the judge decided, like, okay, y'all should split it 50-50, he got half of what she earned. She's reportedly worth like $1 million. So now she has to pay him $500.
I'm not trying to be that guy, and I don't care what women.
No, be that guy. She deserves that guy.
Oh well, it's not even about her. It's about time. Because again, it's not all women, but women will take you for everything you got and be like, you deserved it. When at the end of the day, some men, not all, were good husbands and stuff.
Yeah, and good fathers.
Yeah. They'll be like, nah, that's what I got. Now look at you. Dumb.
That's just the best. That's just
so technically, she was dating a broke.
That was
just the best.
Yeah. She was dating a broke man. That's the same thing with Breezy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That's why Rihanna ain't getting nothing.
Get everything in somebody else's name.
If we get famous, Denise. You think I'm playing? Denise about to have everything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I would do like
She does. I hope she crying right now.
She deserves it. It's so. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for you.
So it was just crazy.
You think that money went to his mama too?
If
it's probably in
that man is worth $0 and zero. That's crazy.
But see, stuff like that is where you go. Like
karma.
That ends up being the flip side. It's just like once you say cause and effect, like she's kind of like the result of a Travis Hunter situation. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's what you worry about. You worry about him ending up with a hurt.
Well, but that's right. Yeah, because if he ends up being married, that's his money.
I mean, that's
engaged
to that girl is the craziest thing he can do right now.
They're engaged already, aren't they?
You talking about Travis?
Yeah,
they're engaged.
Getting married in April.
That's what I'm saying.
Supposedly,
it's the craziest thing. Like I can't imagine because I'm sure he has an agent and a lawyer right now. I can't imagine they're not screaming at him to
take the ring back.
Because once you get married, and especially if you get married before you collect that NFL check, that's half.
That NFL check not even yours.
Unless you get that prenup. But even then, it can be a little bit hard because it's one thing if you have money when you get married. It's one thing if you get married and then make money because legally they can be entitled to half of that money because they were there at the beginning. That's like when people get, when somebody start a business and they take off, but they was married. She was there at the time of creation, which entitles her to half. This would be the worst option for him. Honestly, I don't understand why any professional athlete gets married or gets engaged like within their first 3 to 5 years in the league. It's a wild thing to do, especially just with the habits of professional athletes. The temptation outside, unless you are super in love and you are really that type of dude, you are setting yourself up
for failure.
In a way,
yeah.
Like you're putting the odds against yourself. It's just like I have to basically beat myself in this situation.
Yeah.
Because I have given myself a scenario where I have everything to lose.
Yeah. Okay, real quick. I got one. This is like a different topic. We don't got to get into it today, but I have one statement and one question.
Okay.
The statement is just sad. Kyrie.
Oh, his ACL? I know.
It's all my favorite. Like, Derek, and then now Derek retired, and now Kyrie. Like, what is it just me? Maybe I just can't be a fan of people.
You will, Kyrie.
But, like, that was so...
That is sad.
That's my favorite player.
Right now, it's mine, too. Well, other than Steph, yeah. Him and Steph are my favorite two guards.
Kyrie's my favorite player.
Like, he was having an amazing... I mean, Luka trade was crazy. Nobody liked it, cool. But after he traded him... Luka trade? Yeah.
About the whole business thing. That's crazy. It was a whole big...
There was this lady who in Vegas owned a casino, and her whole thing was building a new arena with putting a casino in it.
For
The Mavericks, because she's the one who bought this. And Mark Cuban said no. He said, well, if you don't let us, we going to do something first.
We're going to move them to Vegas.
And he was like, no, you're not.
I've heard, I didn't hear that story, but I've just seen people react, and somebody said, like, oh, come on, Vegas. I didn't get the reference, but I guess I see what they mean now.
So she said, okay, since I can't put a casino in it in Dallas, then I'm going to take it to Vegas, and I'm going to put a casino in it because I could do it in Vegas.
And he said no.
And they like, no. He's like, all right, well, we're going to take the best player y'all got and trade him.
And they said, no, you're not. And that's what they did.
Is she majority owner?
Yes, she has 73%. But she apparently, this is the issue though. Apparently, she ain't got that much pull. If you can't move them, you have 73%, and Mark Cuban says no, and you're like, oh, okay.
I mean, I would imagine it might be in the contract.
It's probably harder to move a whole team as opposed to trade a player.
Yeah, but not like a franchise player like that.
But I would imagine, or I'm assuming, maybe Mark Cuban has a stipulation in the contracts of like, you need approval.
Oh, from him, yeah, he has.
Or else, because those contracts.
Okay.
It's still minority owner.
So Kyrie said, "I hate it. 2025 off to a rough start." Anyways, so there was I just saw this, so I don't know if y'all saw it. It's been going around. Stephen A. Smith and LeBron.
Yeah, when he talked about Bronny or something, and LeBron got mad. It was like, don't
LeBron, shut up.
Keep my
Please
son out your mouth.
As soon as your son declared for the draft and made it to the team, you gave everybody in the world the free reign to talk about him because he is an adult.
You put him on the pedestal.
Yeah.
And it's also like, first of all, let's just be honest. You didn't give him no grace by naming him LeBron James Jr. Let's just get that out the way. Because you knew you was great. By the time you had a kid, you knew you was great.
Yeah.
He wasn't living up to that. So that's one. But two, at the end of the day, it's like, this is a professional sport. Stephen A. Smith, he even played back what he said. He didn't say nothing bad about Bronny. He was saying, like, because of who his dad is, it's going to be hard for him. And it's technically LeBron's fault because everybody agrees that Bronny really isn't ready. And he's pissed off. Like, that's Stephen A.'s job.
Yeah.
His job is to report on what he feels right in the NBA. He's on two different mornings. He's on the morning show and the ESPN. That's his job, bro. And he even said, LeBron, if you wanted to call me, I would have flew down there to talk to you one-on-one like a man. He said everybody else knew, like his agents know him. They could have called him and said he wanted to talk. But to do that courtside while he's at a game, it's kind of like, bro, what are you doing? And to me, I agree with him. I'm like, I don't agree with Stephen A. Smith a lot.
I think that's one thing because it's just like, all right, cameras is off. It's me. Chop it up. My issue with it is, dog, like, if your son is a professional athlete, you gotta stop daddying.
Thank you.
This is not your place.
Right,
like,
he's a grown man now.
Why are you sitting here fighting Bronny's battles? If he's a professional athlete, let him be a professional athlete. Like, you've done too much. This is, what they call it? You like daddy bearing. What is it, like the overbearing mom?
Yeah, the helicopter.
Helicopter dad right now. I'm like, you over there doing the press conferences and answering for him.
I got this one. I got this one, Bronny.
Right, like, bro, let him be in the. You're like when you leave, is he gonna be able to speak for himself?
No.
Cause he ain't had no try. I ain't seen him on no interview.
When you leave,
I will say
he might not be in the league.
I will say
low key.
I will say though, in the G League he be hooping.
Yeah.
In the G League he be hooping. Which
you
see though. Well, but I'm saying he could be like I think if he would have spent this year instead of bouncing back and forth, if he would have spent this year full on in the G League. Maybe next year.
Bronny also got to humble himself a little bit.
Oh, well, but it's
only to the extent. Only reason I say that is because I think he was invited to play in the G League, like All-Star, or maybe play for the G League team. I don't know if it was the G League All-Star game or if it was like he was invited to play for like the G League Stars, as far as like the All-Star weekend, and he like turned it down.
Yeah, see, that's crazy.
It's like, dog, just
like
play it like
just do it.
It's just more so like, man, like you've already had such a leg up in this league, like getting to the position that you are right now.
Yeah.
You've had like a huge change.
Oh yeah.
Like the people who you already got a spot that somebody would kill for. So it's
that
just like
somebody
be
probably
like
deserves right now.
another opportunity that like somebody would kill for, it's like, dog, somebody wants that job way more than you.
And
like,
this is where, like,
for you to just kind of poo-poo it away, it's just like, come on, man, like, you're not.
And this is where I start to believe, like, people's faith, it has to be crazy for things to work out the way they should, because LaMelo. LeVar was insane. We all agree. Like, he was just, like, he was tweaking. They better than LeBron. They better. No, they're not. But he, instead of making that boy go to college, instead of making him play in the G League, he said, you're going overseas. He played against people who gave Team USA a run for their money. He played against like grown people who actually do this. Instead, like G League players actually do this. Don't get me wrong, but name like how many are actually getting called up to the NBA? You see all these foreigners coming up and getting contracts in the NBA before these G League players.
Well, I mean, more players are going overseas.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So when he did that, he came to the league ready. Yeah. He came like LaMelo. To me, right now, is top 5 point guard in the league. Well, it depends on who you put. Like, obviously,
Kyrie getting hurt, maybe.
Yeah, of course. Well, but still, like, even then, you got Shea, you got Curry, you got Kyrie.
I mean, you still got Dame.
Numbers wise and team wise, Dame just got a better team right now.
Dame's.
No, I think Dame, like from what he has, I love Damian Lillard. But, like, if you're talking about this year alone, LaMelo's better. Numbers and everything.
Well, yeah. LaMelo is the only player.
That's what I'm saying. So, like,
shots.
But that's what I'm saying. So, he's being Dame when Dame was on Portland.
Yeah, but when Dame was on Portland, he was better than LaMelo.
100. Well, but he's also
when he was taking the same shots as LaMelo, he was better.
Well, but he was also there for way long. LaMelo, this is what, like second year in the league, third year. LaMelo, he ain't been playing that long.
I don't know, but I'm still going with.
But so that's 4 though. So then LaMelo's 5. I can't name another great point. Like, I don't think I'm tired of people saying Jalen Brunson. Like, I don't like Jalen Brunson. I don't think he's that great.
Brunson is nice. He you kind of named the 5th one.
But I'm saying though, like, but this is my issue. You got LaMelo doing this on a team that's trash and winning games. I don't think. Oh well, dang. Yeah, K came out of nowhere this year. I will say
he's having a year.
But I'm saying, like, he's up there to me. And it's like he came ready because he took the time and, like, was actually focused. It didn't seem like Brownie was really, like, Bryce looks like he's focused. Bryce looked like he got a goal to achieve. He out there killing. Brownie just looked like, I'm athletic, so I can do this.
Bryce is in a good position because all the initial pressure and attention was on Bronny.
Oh, 100%.
So Bryce is able to just sit back and hoop more. Yeah. Without as much,
but he's to me a better hooper,
and I bet he put in more work.
That boy is so nice.
The younger sibling is always the nicest.
That's why LaMelo better than Lonzo and Jello. Well, Jello in jail, but
Giannis is younger than Giannis. So
imagine trying to steal sunglasses. That still pisses me. You rich? What you stealing sunglasses and trying to?
Your brother was already in the league. Your brother was already.
He had such a good chance to. Now he does a rapper.
I don't know, because he was in the G League.
But I just think you don't walk up to somebody doing their job because you mad. He didn't say nothing bad to me. Like, I listened to the interview. Yeah. He didn't say nothing bad about
me. You can do it, but do it for yourself. Don't be over there. I ain't like what you were saying.
Right, Stephen A. Smith talk trash about LeBron all the time, and he don't never come at Stephen A.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and now you wanna say something?
You get on my face.
Stephen A. was cool about it. He's like, now me being a father, I get it. I don't. This is a profession.
You're right.
You are a grown man now. People gonna talk about you. Go handle that. Either respond or don't. But don't make me like. Well, he didn't make him, but Brian. Like, I'm not about to go and be like. That's like your kid at a job and the manager just like, yeah, you could do better. Your kid come home and tell you. You go up, be like, don't talk about my. What? Get out of my face. If I'm a manager, I'm finna get out of my face. Your son could be doing better. That's all I'm saying.
I'd have told LeBron just like Major Payne. Pop your titty out the boy's mouth and let him be a man.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a child. But you gotta watch Invincible.
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it with
you. I'll watch it with you. And make sure.
I'll be in bed. You gonna cover me under the bed.
Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up.
I felt your eyes. I saw your eyes close a little bit. Got 10 more minutes of this episode. You can go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Just slide back under. That's crazy. That's funny.
That's why your remote on there.
As soon as he wake up, it's gonna be the next episode. Started.
No.
He gone.
You want to put
I'm finna play.
Yeah, we can.
All right, y'all. This has been fun as usual.
Yeah, it's been
interesting conversation. Took us where like
I feel
did not
like
expect
all
it.
of these conversations just went so left, and we never really.
But it'd be
not take
good.
It was
the
great
topic,
though,
but,
yeah.
You know, the topic just leads you to the real conversation.
Yeah.
So hopefully y'all stuck around.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Definitely.
scream back at the radio or whatever you're listening to this on with your opinions. Please feel free to leave some comments and tell us how you feel.
Yeah, we need those comments. We need those likes and
I
shares.
want to hear.
Definitely.
If I sound stupid, tell me.
So we can make this thing even bigger and bigger and bigger, and then we can come see all y'all in person. Y'all come see us in person.
They
You know
want
what
to
I'm talking about?
I want to see him in person.
Yeah.
But it
Sell
won't
out
be
an
alone
arena.
with Micah.
Huh?
I said, but it won't be alone with Micah.
No, it will not. Gianna, if you're listening, I'm safe.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is.
Oh,
Much
yeah.
About Nothing podcast. We out.